Bravo, bravo. Holy shit, that thing's hauling ass. That's XL.
Strike protocol active.
Bravo.
Target engaged.
Yep. XL.
Target engaged.
9M I think can do a 400, but the question is like, why would you do that? Tori, based off of what we've done with the modding, is there any systems that like blueprints are great and that, you know, they let modders do a lot of stuff, but is there anything that could be exposed outside of just blueprints that would help things quite a bit?
Well, I mean, you have to basically expose any source code to blueprints. That's the way.
Is there anything that's not exposed right now?
I'm sure there is, but for the most part, the big blockers are opened up. There's a few things like, I know one of them I was struggling with for Mech Commanders, like I need to be able to change who is in the player's squad, and that's not open to blueprint. But it's a bigger to-do under the hood than just adding a tag to that function, I think. So that's why some of those things aren't open, because it's just, you open up a big bag of worms, you have to add a bunch of stuff to blueprint to support it.
Oh.
But
that's
there's
been
a bunch of big blockers.
Okay, what about the little stuff though? Like, is there like a list?
Strike protocol
I'm
active.
sure there is. I'm not working on that, so I don't know.
Just trying to like get a sense of like, again, if I'm gonna, maybe I'll start like a doc and get you know, like a Google Doc and
Well,
get a few people
like I
in
said,
there.
A lot of the blockers have been opened up that like Park Tech and Young and Mech Lab needed open. So a lot of the bigger things
They're
that
pushing
are
Golf
more
7?
common for modders to run into are opened up. You know, Mech Commander is weird and is doing stuff that it shouldn't be doing as a mod. So, you know, it's a little out there for what it needs.
Strike on us dead. But now that they've got the with Mason, that actually should be easier now, right? To do as Mech Commander, because now
Mason's not really the problem. It's because you're controlling a camera and not a mech, and all the PGI logic, whenever you switch to controlling something, it does some stuff in the background, like for code, because you've taken control of a mech in its mind, but you're controlling a camera now. So the whole system gets kind of out of whack with different things competing for which thing's going to do what between code and the mod.
Engaged.
Sakantaro streaks. Let's push Fox 8, guys.
And there's probably a better way to do all of it that I just didn't think of before.
Enemy mech detected. Target engaged.
Bravo, bravo. Holy shit, that thing's hauling ass. That's XL.
Strike protocol active.
Bravo.
Target engaged.
Yep. XL.
Target engaged.
9M I think can do a 400, but the question is like, why would you do that?
Airstrike protocol active. Heat level.
I'll tell you why you wouldn't.
Satellite link established.
Yeah, a lot of our limitations
Alpha?
were because of the legacy console integration.
Image enhancement disabled.
What are we talking about?
Oh, they're just talking about consoles in chat.
We're talking about like performance and
Oh yeah,
But
like
even just
for the
UI,
for the game and the DLC, we're always up against that wall. Every
like
single time.
how much RAM and
Yeah, like it.
Watch Charlie above, right
right
torso.
The legacy consoles.
Like one of
which
them I
is
just had to check in the other day. It was I implemented something and then you also need to go
Good help coming on the
here
night
to
guard.
support consoles.
Right.
Even though it's very similar, it's different for consoles for some reason, here, there, or wherever. It's just you have to support that so it can get through cert and
Critical hit.
do all the stuff for
Center,
consoles that
torso.
needs done.
Heat level critical. Enemy mech destroyed. Target engaged.
Echo Summoner CP.
Where'd everybody go?
I don't know, man. Watch Lima coming in on you guys.
Enemy mech destroyed.
More boss left me.
Yeah, but I can't. You know.
Darren does not stream, guys.
It's kind of fresh.
He said steaming, so I'm just trying to think of how do I respond to that steaming.
Getting like that.
Steams every day.
I appreciate you asking. You know, I think about it a lot. Actually, I was going to stream occasionally on Steam, as you know, because as a developer, they can stream on their own game page or whatever. So I was thinking about doing that. But
Target engaged.
Foxtrot.
Evan Jag, left torso, Foxtrot.
Left torso gone.
Target engaged.
Summoner Society on CT.
Hey, Spunk, if you look, Hotel 7. Oh my god. Whipped it.
Target engaged.
Oh my god, I'm out of ammo. No.
charge into him.
Indigo.
No. There's something with Gauss over here, I feel like.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Cicada, Hotel 6, Gauss rifle.
He's helping.
Our foes are halfway to victory.
And then Hotel 8.
Indigo. And that's
Detected.
one.
Oh, fucking fresh. It's got an ER, 1 ER large. Rude. What is this? What match is this? This has been the weirdest match ever. Okay, well. Yeah, I was just wondering, like, that may be something to obviously, I'll do a little bit of work and get a doc or something, Darren to, like, pitch, like, hey, can we get access to this or that as far as expose the blueprints to whatever systems. I may have to bug Tori and probably bug Nevi to deep dive as well with me, and then you know, if it's an easy thing for you guys to be able to do. Is there a catch or is this a trick? Darren, you'd have to answer that. Oh wow, 11. Okay. GG.
Notice, Ferret, I didn't say what we're gonna do with
It's just
the info.
not
That's what I'm saying.
in a drop down edit, you know.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is, like, is it do you think I could do you think the pitch to Darren and going to let's just say whoever you know is in charge of Mech 5, obviously we're gonna get another DLC, or maybe even more, I mean, who knows, is it worthwhile to PGI to have someone do this, or would they be willing to have community members be able to build those tools or whatever?
Well, and it has to be someone that has access to source code, because the things you're going to want to change, you're going to want to do in source code for the editor. So you're not just building a blueprint, you are changing source code for how the editor works. But I think the value, you know, that's going to be up to whatever else is going on and where that editor could be used internally.
Engaged.
You know, if there's enough value for them to build the tool, use it internally, and give it to the community, that makes that proposition a lot easier to swallow to put resources into something. So I don't know what all's going on, whether or not they would use that level editor enough to make the investment worthwhile, and if they have the resources to throw at it. It's always, you know, that game of, do you have someone that can go do that without other tasks getting interrupted?
Well, that's what I was saying is, like, if they can't do it, would they be willing to, whether it's work with a community member that signs an NDA, is able to do that stuff, and it's just, you know what I'm saying, then that frees up that resource where PGI doesn't have to do it, someone in the community will.
Airstrike.
Again, I don't know if that's even practical or plausible.
Everything Tori is saying is spot on. And in terms of whether or not we'd work with somebody in the community to do it, I mean, that could totally potentially happen. We would have to just pitch it to, you know,
Yep.
whoever, and they
Well,
have to
and-
make that decision.
You know, it's one of those things where you're probably trying to get a kind of senior engineer to do it, which means you need someone that really knows programming to do some of this, because it is kind of in the weeds of where that system is like living, because you're changing Unreal Engine to do a thing for you.
Engaged.
So it's not something you would necessarily be able to grab just anyone that has the time. You need someone that has, you know, the right mix of knowledge to do.
Guys, they're pushing us on the
Knowledge,
left.
skills, access.
Yeah, it's tough.
Target.
It's not a bad idea at all, Phil.
That's
Like, I mean, I love the idea.
No, yeah.
On its own, for sure. It's just a matter of, you know,
That's why I'm
ticking
asking.
the right, ticking the right boxes, and then somebody saying yes. For sure, if we can find value internally, I mean, that increases the likelihood of something
So
happening
how do we find the
exponentially.
yes? How do we make this? How do we discuss this?
If I had started doing contract work for PGI, I don't know, about 2019, I would have already pitched it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it could also be pitched that if we were to build this tool for Mech 5 mercenaries, that it could potentially then in the future be used for maybe our other project. I don't know, you know. That's kind of
It's definitely a higher level decision.
than us.
Way above my pay grade.
I mean, I can make the call. I mean, it sounds
Yeah.
pretty reasonable.
Hey,
to me.
Russ, Phil said just do this.
I mean, he's listened before and it's worked, so I'm just saying, you know, like.
Disabled. Enemy mech detected.
I'm just saying if we can get the, like right now, the tool, everyone has access to Unreal Engine 4 right now in the Mech 5 dev kit, the mod kit. Everyone does. No one has done what I've talked about. And also,
We're using it as a sword in the stone type thing. The first person that comes along and does that gets hired.
Engaged.
bro. But that's sort of my point is like, you know, like if you can create a tool set that makes that easier, then you have now custom campaigns that'll be done for Mech 5 and or missions. And on top of that, again, it sort of opens up, that's why Tori, I was bringing up like what other things can be, because we ran into that with the Mech Minor Mercenaries. We could have actually done probably a lot less headache for you if we'd have had some of the access to some of the systems that didn't. So like,
Enemy mech.
and is that a problem now opening them up, especially at this point in time in the product? I don't know. That's why I figured I'd just bring up the conversation is like,
It'd be amazing to see people remake, you know, Mechwarrior 1 through 4, you know, do a novel, Grey Death or whatever, and you know, have more access to. I've heard every single, you know, I've heard since the modding became a thing, people over and over going, I'm going to do this one, I'm going to do that one, and obviously overcoming that. The knowledge you need to be able to do it has been too much.
I have the same
for all
issue
of
with,
them, so.
no mobility. I have the same issue with the Caustic Valley, or not Caustic, the old Terra Therma, not Crucible, but Terra Therma, where again you've got these huge. You have to go all the way around. It's like half a kilometer, you know, just to be able to maneuver, and that's why I really like when John created this map. It was there's verticality. I can maneuver without, you know, getting shot from halfway across the map. But then there's still strong points, but they can get pushed if they're complacent where they sit. And
Rube is fantastic. It's one of the, it's probably peak Mechwarrior Online for sure. In sense of like it just provides.
it's ugly, but
It's ugly. Yeah,
but
no,
that's
great.
that's okay. Well, I think that's just more of the texture, just the limit, whatever the. Yeah, there's a lot of.
He was going for a look, and it looks gross. Great job.
I think there definitely needs to be way more wars fought on beautiful landscape.
There's a lot of old industrial.
Prime, beautiful landscape. All the maps need to be that because, you know.
Because we can't just keep rotating.
No, I love variety myself. I always thought that the desire for beautiful maps are in Mechwarrior specifically is a little funny, you know, like.
So they're gonna be behind us.
Yeah, we can't rotate, guys. We literally can't. There's
I
two
like variety.
behind
and
us.
I
Behind us.
Moody.
Turn. It's above us then.
Yeah.
I have 6 above.
Like, The map pool itself is like this is why I did the free worlds. It's like I really liked like the whole pool of maps, but I didn't feel like there was too much sci-fi.
Coming around the corner.
And so that's why I wanted to do free worlds. But
Go
like
first, left torso. Left torso on that
there's
Hellbringer.
such a great variety of.
Am I the only one on the Fox high ground? I guess I am.
I can cover you.
That's
Stone right above. Stone right above.
No, fine, I'm dropping down.
Strike out.
Down here too.
One's on our base.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's not going to change. Not for Mechwarrior Online.
I'm gonna get murdered here.
Future games.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Future games. Future games.
Destroyed.
Future games.
Right arm destroyed. Shutdown sequence overridden.
Exciting times. Exciting times at Rhino.
It is.
We got new weapons coming out. Darren, when are you guys gonna give me videos so I can hype those up?
We don't have video.
Why don't you?
We're not there yet.
Bro,
We do everything.
I don't know if you know this, but it's August 1st, so...
I do know.
I'm just tossing that out there.
Pushing him behind you now.
I don't know if you can read a calendar, but... You may have to go to like a, I don't know, what's an old-timey parchment paper or something like that?
No, we can't get video until it's in a certain...
Clearly it's the weekend, or I'm not on the computer. That's when you release it.
Matt will draw you a pretty picture.
Yeah, that's right. The Mexico pew pew. Like I do question, like, should the cap points play more of a role in the like tug and pull of things? Like, I don't think this map is that bad for it, but they are a little, you know, there's, again, they could probably be a little bit closer. Like, there's no way we're getting back to our base. We're in full fight.
It's obsolete as a mode if they're too close. That's the other thing.
And if they're too far, then
yeah. But if they're too far, you could actually win by capturing. Actually, sneaky.
Charlie CT.
Spot.
What's going to be interesting with these map polls is to see if favorite large map and least favorite large map are basically inverses of each other or not.
Yeah.
How long are you going to keep that poll up?
Alpine's an interesting one.
No, meaning like we have the favorite.
We need to
large
shoot
map
whoever's on our
poll,
base,
right? And then we have the least
Working on
favorite
it.
large map poll. So technically, those should be kind of mirror images of each other, right? But if they're not, what does that
Should.
mean? Yeah.
It means people have taste.
Isn't it Zeal, Delta?
Have their own preferences and
Zeal and Cicada are swapping places.
yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I'm having to assert dominance.
Versus Highburn.
Engaged. Critical. Shutdown sequence overridden. Target engaged.
Little toasty in here, huh, Phil?
Target.
Let's drop on him, guys. Drop. Everybody drop on him.
I'll keep everybody on
Phil,
our
have you
base.
seen that Mech 5 mod that has the urban mech sitting where the Atlas head should be, driving the Atlas?
No, Master Blaster.
Oh my god, dude, it is so awesome. Whoever, I forgot who modeled it,
Enemy
but
mech
it is
destroyed.
beautiful.
Speaking of Mech 5, I did have that. This is another aspect to my job, as I do playtests for the DLC. So I did
He's in Gulf
DLC
War,
testing
head to the
for
right.
the 4th and 5th DLC. I believe the 5th is coming out soon, right?
Yes.
So I was on, like, out of all the DLC missions that I did play and the campaign that I played, I was really happy with this Dragon's Gambit. I was like surprised. Like, these were some, like, just the structure of the campaign and stuff was really well done, I found.
Did he earn his bonus
It's
yet,
bugs
Darren?
though. Bugs though, but they'll fix those in time.
Enemy mech
Well done.
destroyed.
The day
Yeah,
before.
get to work, Tori.
I feel you lived.
We did.
I'm putting new bugs in right now just for you.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, it's not a rare thing that a bug fix creates more bugs, of course.
Oh god.
Yeah, I think Hellebore, the problem is you can't go left on it. Or, you know, you can't go out to the other side and then you fall off a cliff and you gotta There's some not so good things about it. I like the map, but I can definitely understand why it's not as.
The only time I ever feel like I get to play over there is if I'm in a light.
Even if you do have jump jets, boo.
Done some pretty nasty
UAV up.
Narc Raven stuff over
Real
there.
close.
Enemy mech
Like,
destroyed.
There's a archer.
I've been narked.
That's a
Little,
locust.
Lee, Charlie 4 low.
Enemy mech
Is that a
detected.
Get
locust?
narked, find your friendly neighborhood kit box. I've got all the EMS.
Target engaged.
Waster alerts on me.
Target engaged.
I'm under a bridge.
Target
Going left.
engaged.
Grid.
Charlie 4.
Airstrike initiated. Target engaged.
We go Bravo.
Ah.
Maybe he's blocking me. Box CT.
Image enhanced.
Narc Raven Bravo 4.
Oh, the Dyer's pushing. Let me follow.
Light
Dyer to your left.
engaged.
Bravo, one touch.
That guy keeps narking.
So they have two
Narc
different
Raven's in Charlie 4
narcos.
now.
They have two different narcos.
Alpha possible, one touch.
Grand Dragon is almost one touch.
Sorry, dude. Pushing Kilo.
They're pushing through C3.
And I'm coming to
You
help.
got the Delta 4.
How did that not?
Ah, son of. Watch your left, Charlie 4. One behind you.
Satellite link established. Image enhanced.
Shit.
Light.
We're at base 0.
Enemy mech detected.
Get cover here.
Target engaged.
Like Tim the Tool Man, Taylor. Wouldn't even do that.
Target engaged.
That's a flea with AC2s, I think.
Sexy.
That's a flea with an LB2, people.
Fear the flea.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
That's exactly what I mean.
Oh, let me kill him. Come on.
Enemy mech destroyed.
There we go. Engage.
Warriors, you have taken the target. We are victorious in battle.
Wasn't my best one, but thanks guys for Gary.
Where is he? Where?
Only 600 missiles that game.
The sad thing is, like, he was one of their, like, 279. He actually did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He outdamaged 5 of his teammates.
They hit 2 3Ls.
Yeah.